Welcome, everybody, to episode 5 of Keeping It Straight. I'm Shannon Hires, along with my good friend here, Cole Huggins. Cole, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Had a long day recovering from a TNR yesterday. Didn't make it home till about 5:45. Had a couple of issues that we may get into later on getting home, but that's another story for another time maybe. But yeah, overall doing good and ready to kick this episode off.
We raced Saturday night too at Wyandotte. Had 8 classes, and Cole, I think we got done at 9:45, and
Yeah,
I think I was home in bed, already took a shower and everything before y'all even had your feature race.
yeah. I believe you called me at I want to say it's around 11 o'clock, and we just started running features. I don't want to say nothing. There was a we ran 11 classes at TNR. It was a long show, a long weekend, but hats off to Cooter and his crew for putting on a good show. The track was could not have asked for a better track and atmosphere. I bet they had every bit of 1,000 people in the stands. I think 163 entries was the final total, which they said was a new record. So all in all, it was an awesome event down there. Couldn't be happier for the Cooter let us come and be part of that special event.
Good deal. Before we get started and doing a quick review of your race there at Tennessee National Raceway, I do want to let the folks out there, we have got a sponsor. This show will be presented by Galloway Racing. They're a family owned YouTube channel that basically just follows their racing journey. So if you can, please go out there and check them out. They got a YouTube channel. Go out there, check out their videos, subscribe to their channel. And yeah, it's pretty cool. They reached out to us, and we're hoping that it'll help both channels grow.
Yes, sir. That was awesome. We got that message a few weeks ago that they have seen, been watching us and like what we're doing, and wanted to know what they could do to be part of it. So we talked back and forth for a couple of weeks and come up with something. Looking forward to see what those guys put out on YouTube and help each other grow some.
Yeah, if you go down to the description of this video, you'll see a link to their page. Just hit on that link, and it'll carry you straight to their page. And like I said, go ahead and subscribe to their channel and check out their videos. I think they just put out a video for their trip to West Alabama this week.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good video. Just go check it out.
Yes, sir. It looks like they put one up. They post what I'm seeing at least once a week. So yeah, definitely go check them out. Speak of some subscribers, we picked up a few since our last episode. Still not a. I don't think that hair is in any danger yet, Shannon.
But Cole, I am seeing a trend. So we went from like 89 to I think 100 or 101.
I believe
We gained
101
10 or
last time.
11. So we gained 14 this week.
Yeah,
So that number needs to steadily go up, and we'll
yeah,
get there.
yeah. 14 a week's good. But we need 14 a day to reach that 750 by Street Stock National. So, or maybe we'll drop that goal down a little bit.
I've already done that once. We're not doing that
We
again,
can do
Cole.
it again,
Well, maybe.
maybe.
I don't know, man. I don't know how long I can sport that do there.
I don't know. I think you look good bald. I think it'd be a good look for you.
Jesus. I did go get a haircut the other day, and it's pretty short right now.
Yes, it is. I think I'm
I
not too
mean,
far away from getting one myself.
so it's pretty short. Well, Cole, speaking of Tennessee National Raceway, how did event number 1 for the Tuckessee Street Stock Series go?
It wasn't too bad. We had 22 cars enter the event. We did qualifying on Friday. I did talk to several drivers, not several. There's 3 or 4 that said they would have liked to came, but work and other issues prevented them from coming Friday, so they weren't able to make it Saturday, which is unfortunate. But I completely understand. Trevor Woodard set quick time Friday night. I wish I had the times here handy to pull up, but I think second through 18th, I want to say, was less than half a second apart. So there's several good drivers with not bad times, but kind of buried in qualifying. But when everybody's that close, it's easy to be in the back. But as far as the racing all weekend, couldn't ask for better racing. Very respectful driving amongst everyone. I think we had one caution all weekend in the feature, and that was due to Megan Irwin. I think I saw that she had transmission issues. But yeah, very good, clean, hard racing. We had, like I said, we had 22 cars enter and 19 finished the race. So,
Yeah, I was checking out my race pass the whole weekend on this event. I mean, keeping up with it,
mhm.
just seeing how things were going. I'm gonna tell you something. Trevor Woodard spanked that ass.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he went out there. He was what 3 or 4 tenths faster than everybody in qualifying.
Yeah, he was easily a quarter second faster, third of a second. And,
Yeah, he won his heat race.
mhm.
Started on the pole and led every lap of the race.
Yeah, pretty much led every lap. Keenan Keenan Vandergriff got close to him a few times, especially when they got into lap traffic. But Trevor's always able to pull another car length or two ahead and led flag to flag.
Yeah, that's a big win for Trevor. I think it's been a while since he's won a big race like that. But yeah, I was excited to see Trevor win one.
Yeah, I was very happy for him. He was ecstatic all weekend long with how he was running, and always good to see guys like that. It's been struggling here and there for a little while, get back and get a big win.
Out of the 22 cars that you showed up, everybody started the feature.
Correct.
Did anybody out of that group surprise you on the performance for the week? Was you kind of surprised at somebody's performance?
I don't I don't know. It's hard to say.
Look at that, Joe Ham. Is that not shocking or what? Joe Ham in the top 10. Every
Yeah.
time this guy races, if Joe could get his qualifying program a little bit
hmm
better, I mean, he'd be a force to be reckoned with. But you always see Joey's finishes third and fourth in a heat race,
hmm
going to start, 16th or so, and next thing you know, he's in the top 10.
Yeah, I always give him shit because if there's 20 cars, he's gonna qualify 15th. He'll run decent as heat, and the end of the race, first half, three-quarters of the race, he's nowhere to be found, and then next thing you know, you look up and he's in fifth. So yeah, he was really good all weekend. Cody Hodges was one that I picked up on in the feature. When I'm upstairs race directing, it's hard for me to really pay attention to. I mean, you're always watching, obviously, but to really register what's going on, you're constantly looking for wrecks or debris or anything going on. But Cody Hodges was one that I noticed was making a lot of ground and making moves.
Brian Markham was he the highest finisher from Kentucky?
Yeah, I believe so. Looks like the top five was all Tennessee cars, and then
And Brian was
Brian,
sixth.
yep, Justin McDaniel seventh, Tony Cruz 10th. So
Good run by Justin.
yeah, that was really good too. He's another one that's struggled more or less here and there the past couple years, and that was a good run. And ninth or 10th may not sound very good, but that it was a strong field of cars. Everybody was quick, and when all but three cars finish the race, a top 10 is very respectable.
Yeah, and especially if you don't get a bunch of cautions, for
hmm
restarts and everything gets stretched out, it makes it tough to pass. Magnolia is one of those tracks where we'll go the whole weekend without even a caution.
Right.
Unless someone breaks, and it's just because the track races so well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room to work. So we've had races like that before, and it makes it tough. If you get buried deep, it's hard to get up front, without a caution.
Right. Yeah. It's the cautions definitely help. When you're coming from the back.
Well, Cole, you've had event number one. What's it like to be a series owner, series director, tech man, whatever? I mean, did you enjoy it? Did you have fun?
Oh, it was well. For the most part, it was fun. Obviously, we talked Saturday, and A lot of people probably didn't know, but I kind of got myself into some health issues over the weekend where just forgot to eat and drink, as silly as it sounds, on Friday, and got real dehydrated, and it was just downhill all weekend. So fighting stomach cramps and just cramping up throughout the evening was made it a little bit of hard to enjoy. But yeah, overall, I couldn't have asked for a better first first weekend.
Yeah, I can testify that when you get busy
Hmm.
and you get nervous, anxieties there and everything like that, you will just completely forget to drink
Hmm.
water or whatever fluids
Yeah,
and even eat. You know, you need to eat too.
yeah,
But I can testify that kind of stuff does happen. So you got to keep an eye on that for sure.
yeah. The good thing
Uh,
is I did lose 15 pounds over the weekend, so if I could do this a couple more times, keep the weight off,
you'd be in there.
I wouldn't mind that. But yeah, there was some, like I said, there was some rough patches over the weekend with it.
Yeah, good deal. So the overall experience, at TNR, what was, I mean, I know y'all were racing late. I know they had a lot of
Hmm.
classes. Uh, just, man, I know for experience, you don't want to be there that late at night.
No, and me and Cooters talked, and he wasn't running that late was not what he wanted either. There was some issues that some may have been in the track's hand, but there was several. When there's several wrecks throughout the night and big pileups, that adds 5 or 10 minutes here and there every time, and you get 10 of those, and next thing you know, you're 2 hours later than what you'd like to be. So he, like I said, I talked to Cooter yesterday, and I want to say today too, and he wasn't. There were some things that he wasn't happy with. Not necessarily wasn't happy with. They're going to do different in the future. So that's all you can really ever ask for with in any aspect of this is to realize when you make a mistake, and correct it in the future.
I don't think maybe the mistakes are kind of a tough
Yeah.
word, but I mean, I just, in my opinion, there could have been some things that could have been done different,
Right.
looking from the outside in,
Hmm.
that could have been done different. That would help some
Yeah.
time. Like one of the things I noticed, and I would tell Cooter this if he called me, is if you're gonna qualify all these classes on Friday night
Hmm.
and you're trying to help with time,
Yeah.
why hot lap them on Saturday?
Yeah.
Why not go right into racing? I mean, in my honest opinion, that hurt your series
Hmm.
with car count was just qualifying on Friday night and then coming back Saturday and run the program. If you was going to hot lap Saturday, why not just hot lap qualify? On Saturday they get their hot laps plus they get qualifying at the same time, and let everybody make it just a 1 day show.
Yeah. I do agree with that, and yeah, we had talked about that too. Bubba Vandergriff, I believe, voiced his opinion on that in the drivers' meeting too about skipping hot laps. And yeah, me personally, I wouldn't have gone that route, but it's I'll never question the tracks for doing what they think is best.
No, I'm not
No,
questioning.
yeah,
I'm just saying this is one of the things that I've
right.
seen because we had a similar with the Battle of the
Hmm.
States. You know, we didn't have practice. Our practice got rained out. We tried to give the guys a chance, to hot lap
Hmm.
before they went out and qualify because, like I said, nobody had time on the track. And now that I look back, we probably should have done that. We probably
Right.
should have just went to hot lap qualifying and then to our heats, or we could have hot lap qualified and then those classes that didn't necessarily need a B main
Hmm.
just go straight to their features and not even run
Right.
heats or
Yeah.
heats to set their lineup up. They should have just hot lap qualified and run a feature.
Yeah. And I
So
know
there's
some
different ways to do it.
right, and I know it may come off as we're talking bad about the event or the procedures, the way they've done things, but it's just different perspectives and different opinions.
For
Everything.
sure.
But yeah, overall, like I said, it's a
But
packed
hats off.
house. They had cars parked across the street. I think Cooter's dad was going back and forth on the mule all night, shuttling people from the gas station across the road to the gate. And I talked to several people that in the stands that said they've been going there for years, and that's probably the most cars and fans they've seen at that track. So it was
Yeah,
definitely yeah,
definitely congratulations to them
yes,
because I mean the turnout. I've seen some pictures of the stands that look like the stands were packed. Uh, you know, like you said, it was a record for car count. Just hats off to Cooter and them. They did a great job.
yeah, it was awesome. Here, I want to try to pull up a drone shot real quick. I can find it without being too long. Here we go. But yeah, that was
That place is packed.
it was yeah. Pits were full. They were having trouble finding places to park cars
Not that one yet.
on shit. My bad.
Not that yet.
Be all right. Uh, yeah, I had my train of thought. They're having trouble finding parking spots for cars.
That's a good thing for a racetrack.
Well, before practice even started on Friday, they was starting to run out of
Oh wow.
parking. So yeah, it was it was cool to be part of that.
Yeah, I hope that's the problem they have every year with that
Absolutely.
race. I mean, you got to think too. Uh, didn't he say they originally had super late model scheduled for that event also?
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
you imagine?
yeah. We had talked about that too. He said that he hated that they had to cancel it due to the 10,000s of Clarksville, but it probably worked out for the better because that could have been another 15 or 20 cars.
Shoot, even 30. I mean,
Yeah,
depending on what he's paying or if
yeah,
anybody else is racing.
right.
Well, we had a pretty good show at Why Not this weekend. Me and Rodney was a little nervous running 8 classes, especially after we had our struggles at the Battle of the
Hmm.
States. Uh, had 8 classes. We started, of course, we advertised drivers meeting at 5. We'll get to 5 o'clock, and again, we have 30 or 40 people waiting in line to register. And then it was really, the sun was out pretty good Saturday,
Hmm.
and the wind was blowing. So we was also afraid to get on the track a little bit too early,
Right.
where the track would have been burned up before we even got to racing.
Yeah.
But I had some great racing, man. The street stock race, one of our former guests, Logan Bright, picks up the win. And I mean, there was some stiff competition there. Chad Thrash was there. Shelby Sheedy, Shay Knight had his new Ford car. So we only had 8 cars, but it was a pretty stacked field. But Logan got on that top groove, man, and hung it out and led every lap and picked up his first win for 2024.
Good deal. I'm
Uh,
glad to hear that because me and you've talked about it a few times this year. He's been looking really good here this year, and glad to see him get that win. Maybe we'll get that first Mississippi Street Stock Series win here soon.
yeah, if the track's like it was Saturday night
Hmm.
with him starting on the pole, and
I forgot
it's
about
gonna
that.
be it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Uh, so local favorite Spencer Hughes picked up the Mississippi State Champion Challenge Series win, 3,000 win late model show. So that was pretty good. The fans loved that. I think it was right around 100 cars. Had the Capital City Sprints there. They only had 5 of them, but this is the first time that they've actually raced away from their home track.
Hmm.
So
Something a little different.
what? Yeah, for sure. I mean, the wingless sprints, some things are pretty good. They're pretty fast, but something different for our fans. But overall, it was a good night. We started, like I said, we had drivers meeting at 5:30, had cars on track by 6. We ran all 8 classes, a 40 lap super late model race, and we was done at 9:45.
So you're saying the people that were griping about cutting the heat races got their money's worth?
Oh, heck yeah. The only thing we didn't get to do, and I'm glad we didn't, we might have had 2 cautions all night, Cole.
Hmm.
I mean, it was crazy. We just got a new record set up, and we kind of need to test it out a little bit, just so we don't run into the problem we ran into Battle of States again.
Right.
But we didn't get that opportunity. But I have full confidence that Rodney
Yeah.
have all that. I mean, it's ready to go. It was a situation that we like to be in. Not a lot of cautions, but
Yeah.
if we do have cautions in the future, I have no doubt that our track crew is definitely going to be better than what we were at the Battle of the States.
Absolutely. It's
But
always a good thing when you want some cautions to test out the record, but don't get them. I guess
yeah,
that's
yeah.
a new one.
Well, our buddy Chance looks like he did well at the Southern Heritage Classic. I seen their car count was somewhere around 240, 250.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're right about that.
Yeah, I think it was right close to that. And Mr. Ivan Lloyd picked up the 5,000 to win street stock event. There you go.
Gavin Lloyd, Bubba Christian from 16th looks like the second. Andrew Stone,
Good
that's
God.
another one that's
Andrew's coming along, man.
yes,
Since he's
sir.
got his new race car, he's been having some real good finishes.
Yeah.
How about Mickey Trosclair? I think that's 2 top fives in the state of Georgia. Didn't he finish in the top 5 at Screven?
I
I think he did.
It's too far back for me to remember, but
He did. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure he did.
he ran pretty good down at East Bay too, if I remember, didn't he?
Well, yeah, I think he had a
I-
couple nights. So he did okay, but
yeah,
that is really good for Mickey to go to 2 tracks that he don't race that a lot
right.
and pick up top 5s is really
Yeah.
good.
See who else here? We got Mr. Johnny Stokes in 10th.
Good run
He
for
was on the
Dr.
move
Dirt.
too. Started 23rd. Santangelo in 11th.
Yeah, Santangelo was your pole sitter. I don't know
Yeah.
if he just had some private talk to him, but still though to finish 11th, man, that's pretty good. A track that you don't race at.
Right.
Where's our good buddy Hayden at?
Back here in 15th. I wonder if anything happened to him.
Well, I've been seeing some traffic on Facebook, and I think there was. I think we got a clip of it. Let's check this out, Cole.
Here we go. Looks like a restart with 7 to go.
Wow. Man, it's hard to say because neither one of us are in the driver's seat there, but it does look like, you never know. I mean, Johns could have let up a little bit, could have, let up a little bit earlier or what, but Hayden definitely got into the back of him.
Yeah. And me and you've talked about this today. No,
Whew. And by the way, just from the results, it looks like both were sent to the rear on this.
yeah.
And
We've both seen the backlash. No, not backlash, but the what's the word I'm looking for here?
I just seen the responses from both drivers. I mean, I think if you see Hayden, I think surely, I mean, Hayden's just not that kind of driver. He ain't going to drive in there and intentionally get in the back one. I think it's
No, I don't think. I don't think so. He came from what? Let's pull this back up.
he started 16th or 17th, maybe 17th.
The top 3. So
Yeah.
I know I didn't watch the race. I don't think you did either. But just by that, it looked like he was on the move.
My question is why was John sent to the rear unless it was running a no fault rule, which is again,
that's why we don't do
the
it.
reason why I'm glad we run the fault rule right here.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, Hayden definitely got into him, but he looked like I don't know, man. Good God.
I don't ever try. I try not to as best as I can. Even think about if they did it on intentional or not, because in the end of the day, that doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
What happened? Hayden did get in the back of Jared and spun him out. If it's a fault rule, I know me, I would have gave him a spot back. Hayden would have went to the tail.
Yeah.
16 would have regained the point. The only thing we don't know is,
do they run fault or no fault?
well, that, and if it's a fault rule, and we're not saying that this is what happened by any means, but if Jared, went up and tried to spin Hayden out under caution or something.
I don't think that happened. Now, I know there was some little bit of extra activity by Jared, but I mean, I understand his frustration there for real.
Yeah,
leading all the whole race, and there was 7 to go. That happened. I can understand it, but we had an episode a couple weeks ago. I think it was episode 2, maybe, that we talked about this with the fault and the no fault. But I will say this: if there was a fault rule into effect right there at Wynot or any of our series races, Johns would have went back to the lead and Hayden would have went to the rear.
Absolutely. That's
just from what I'm seeing off the video. Now, I wasn't there to see if there was any retaliation after the wreck, if he tried to run into Hayden that caused him to go to the rear.
Yeah.
But just off of what I see as a race director, Johns would have got his spot back, and Hayden would have went to the rear.
Yes, I agree 100% with that.
And I hate it for Hayden. I mean,
Mhm.
because I know it probably wasn't intentional, and he came from 17th up to the top 3. But my perspective is you got to give that leader a little bit of room there too. I mean, he is the leader.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yep.
uh,
Unfortunate situation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially that was what to look to. Well, it was going to turn out to be a great race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what sucks about the whole deal is the fans probably missed out on what was fixing to be, a 7-lap shootout
Right.
between Moran and Jared
Jared.
there, and it didn't
Didn't
happen.
work out that way. Yeah.
No, not at all.
So.
But Ivan Lloyd was in the right place at the right time. I mean, big late model driver out of Florida there. I mean, he's been
Mhm.
around for a while. He comes to the Nationals every year. Does real well at the Street Stock Nationals. So good win for him to pick up there at Needmore.
Absolutely.
And we'll be leading. Don't they have a little point still
I
going on
forgot
between
about
Needmore
that.
and
Yeah.
Altac? Yeah.
It was the top 3.
Yeah, top
Was it
3 average finish between the 2 races.
the 2,000 to the best? I think 2,000, 1,000, and 500 maybe.
500. That's right. So he
Yeah.
has a good run at Alltech. He's looking at another 2,000 to be added there.
Yeah. If he can win there, that's 17 grand in 2 weeks. It's
Not bad for straight
not
stock
bad for
racing.
support class.
And a handful of contingency stuff. I mean, I don't know if you've looked, Cole, but it seems like if they got an award for everything at the race coming up at Alltech this weekend.
Absolutely, that's going to be a big one. I know I'm not going to be able to make it there. I believe you have a race at Why Not as well too. So unfortunate that one rained out. We were both planning on being at the original scheduled race, but prior commitments at our home tracks is keeping us from seeing the makeup.
But yeah, and man, I just it's more than just the money there. Like I said, I've been watching the little preview shows that they have on their
Mhm.
Facebook channel. I think they're giving like money away to the best looking car. Heat race winners are getting money. They got a quick time, a hard charger, all kinds of contingency stuff lined up. So it's a pretty good thing they got
Yeah,
set up there. And I know Hayden and them I think are staying over there,
yeah, they're probably staying down in the
Florida.
south for
hmm
probably the remainder of the month, I would think.
Uh, they will stay
So after
up
this, you
until
got
after all tag. Then they're coming back to the coast here.
yeah,
Uh, Race has got a home in Gulf
mhm,
Shores, Alabama.
yeah,
I'm sure he'll stay there. Hayden will probably go over and visit his family. His family is just
mhm,
right there in Covington, Louisiana. So I'm sure they'll be back over this way before they go up to the mag.
yeah. I was figuring they'll be at Magnolia, then Why Not, then your 2 days, the Baton
Yeah, the
Rouge.
Baton Rouge. Yeah, Baton
Mhm,
Rouge and Pike County
yep.
events.
Then I believe they're headed back to Kentucky first
Yeah,
of
because
May
you're
for
the
our
week
big
after.
race. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's
Wow.
a hell of a stretch for that crew.
Hell of a stretch for straight stock racing.
Yeah,
Good God.
yeah. What would that be about?
Well, you got to figure this week was
Five.
Needmore,
Yeah,
All Tech, the mag, Why Not, Baton Rouge Pike. West is 6 weeks in a row.
yeah. About $21,000 in first place money in that stretch.
It's pretty good.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. Hey, Cole, I did talk to Adam Stewart today.
Yeah.
We had a new rule. Well, not a new rule release, but some clarification on the flat roofs.
Hmm.
And I don't know if I told you this yet, but
That's it.
they pre-taked every car.
Hmm.
Not one car had a flat roof.
Weird how that works, isn't it?
How about your race? How many did y'all have?
We had 2 that we had to help us, stuff some padding or something between the roll bar and the roof. It wasn't necessarily that they were flat. If you pushed up on them, they had that bow, but if you had a little bit of wind pressure
They
on it,
push it back
it would
down.
push it back down. So we just asked them to stuff something in there to where it'll keep that shape. Everything was good.
It's crazy. Been sent probably 20 pictures. What are you going to do about this flat
Yeah.
roof? What are you going to do about this flat roof? Everybody's assuming that it's flat, but they're not.
Pictures can be deceiving. I'll
I
just
think what
say
it
that.
is, you see that straight edge on the side,
Mm-hmm.
the side of the roof,
Yep.
and it is straight as can be. But the actual roof itself has some contour in it.
Yep.
Like I was looking at Cade Jackson's car.
Mm-hmm.
Chad had it down. He ran it this weekend at Why Not. And at first I was like, dang, is that thing flat? Then I walk over there and you can see it. It's got a
Got
roll in it.
contour
I
to it.
mean, yes, it's got contour to it.
Yep.
And but back from a distance, I'm like, dang, is that thing flat? I was questioning myself.
It's
But
gonna
no,
play tricks on you.
it can. It was definitely contoured. But I'm definitely glad we're past all that.
Are we really past it though, or are we gonna hear more about it?
Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna have your
That's
naysayers out there or
yeah.
whatever, and we're gonna have our 4 foot straight edge to prove them wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
It'd be what it'll be. Part of
that's
it.
right. Yep, for sure. Well, what else we got going on, Cole?
I don't know. I think we done ran through everything.
Not everything.
Everything I can. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. You sprung this one up on me earlier.
So we got All Tech coming up, right, Cole?
Yes, sir.
And we did this at Screven. We did this little, I don't know if you want to call it fantasy, but I pick a team, you pick a team at Screven, and who won, Cole?
I don't want to talk about it.
I will. I kicked his ass, but I'm gonna give him a chance to redeem himself, and I'm even going to give you first pick at All Tech. So we're going to pick 4 drivers apiece. We're going out on a limb here because, really honest and truly, we don't know 100% if these people will show up. We would assume that they will be there.
I feel like you
Uh,
know more about who's going to be there than I do.
well, if I know that person ain't going to be there,
Yeah.
I will say, Cole, you might want to pick somebody else. What was that? Did you hear that, Cole?
No.
It was something on my computer. But anyway, if I know there ain't going to be there, I
All right.
will say, Cole, you might want to pick somebody else.
All right.
But
So I get to go first, huh?
yeah, and we're going to pick 4 drivers. So who you got first? And you want me to write this down? Write it down.
Yeah. You got something handy to write down.
All right, I'll write it down.
I don't have anything in front of me right now.
Probably shouldn't write it on the back of this permit, but heck, what the hell? What's the matter? All right, I'm gonna put Cole, Cole. I'm gonna put Shannon, Shannon. All right. Number 1, who you got, Cole?
I feel like at this point I got to go with Rod Tucker going to be there.
I would think Rod would be there.
Yeah, I'm going to pick someone I know is going to be there. I want to pick Mr. Hayden Moran.
Ooh, good one. Hayden Moran.
I may say Rod for a couple more if you don't take him first.
All right, so my first pick, I'm gonna take this young man because he's ran the street stock nationals. He doesn't run street stocks all the time, but when he does, he usually shows out. And I'm gonna take Mr. Corey Neal. By the way, remember this is a 100-lap race there, Cole.
So who else is going to be in Mr. Morgan's cars?
Trey Bright,
Trey and the other one?
Trey and the other one.
Yeah, I think
We're doing this for $1,000. Is that right?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
1,000 pennies.
Sure, why not? That's fine. That's $10. Nah, I'll get you check. We'll go double nothing on the what was it? A lunch at the Street Stock Nationals and a T-shirt of each other's event, right?
That's right.
If you win, which I've already earned 1 T-shirt, I already got 1 King of the Bluegrass T-shirt,
Yeah.
and I got 1 lunch at the Nationals. Now, if you win, we'll just eliminate it. But if I win, good God, I guess I can get the wife a T-shirt.
That's right. You just go give me Rod Tucker next.
Rod Tucker, okay. All right. Well,
I
I'm
got
gonna
one.
play this smart.
Yeah.
You got Hayden and Rod. I think that's two good ones. But I'm gonna go someone that I think probably has made it some laps at All Take before.
Mm-hmm.
We know he's in a good car. I mean, he just won the Southern Heritage Classic. He's sitting first in points. I'm gonna take Mr. Ivan Lloyd.
It's not the direction I thought you was going there. I got one pick I want to take, and I'm saving that I don't think you're going to pick. I don't know if I need to take them now or wait till the next one.
Is it someone that I know?
Yeah, you know him.
Josh Helms?
No. Go ahead and give me Trey for pick 3.
Man, you just broke my team up. God, dog it. That was my next pick. Dang it. So, all right. Man, this was tough. Because I know who I'd like to go to here, but I'm going to do it. Just because this dude can wheel a race car. He's won some big money races, and he's probably someone that you ain't thought about a lot.
Mm-hmm. I think I lost you.
Am I there?
Yeah, who was your last pick?
Did you lose me for a minute? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
You can, because I looked frozen. Okay, there I am. Okay.
So who was
All
your...
right. My third pick,
Mm-hmm.
he's out of Meridian, Mississippi. He's won a lot of big races. I'm going to take Chad Thrash.
Chad Thrash.
Did you forget about that one?
I did forget about him.
Because I see you shaking your head over there.
Yeah.
I'm loving my team.
I want to go out on a little bit of a limb on this one.
Oh, boy.
He's one we just talked about a few minutes ago. It's been running real strong here lately. We'll take Andrew Stone.
Cole, do you want to know something?
Is that your last pick?
That was going to be my last pick. You got a strong team. God, dog. You making me think here. Your team is complete.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to change the rules a little bit. That's your 4 original.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a 5th pick.
Yeah.
And that pick will fall in if one of those 4 doesn't make the race. We'll take your best 4 drivers of the 5. But I think we should, just in case one of your guys don't make the race.
Right.
Or one of my guys don't make the race.
Fair enough.
So I got Corey Neal Jr., Ivan Lloyd, Chad Thrash. This guy's raced really hard. And I can tell you right now, just I seen him last year go to Cherokee and probably make 100 laps during practice night. So I know he is going to do everything he can to get his car right for the 100 lap race on Saturday. But I'm going to take Mr. Mickey Trosclair. He's run twice over in Georgia. I know it's a different surface, bigger track. But I know when Mickey gets to the track and starts practicing on Thursday, he's going to do everything he can to get it right. I'm going to take Mickey Trosclair as number 4.
Doing a little research here real quick before I...
And then we got our alternative driver. And that driver is used only if one of your original 4 does not make it. So if you're 4, if Hayden, Moran, Rod, Tucker, Trey Bright, and Andrew Stone make the show, number 5 does not even get put into the equation. Is that fair?
It's fair to me.
Same thing to me. If Corey Neal Jr., Ivan Lloyd, Chad Thrash, and Mickey Trosclair all make it, I have to use those 4. The 5th one does not count.
Give me 1 second here.
Oh, you got all the time in the world, Cole. We got to get an hour of this show, remember? Where are we at, about 20 minutes?
We're at 40 minutes.
Really? Wow. We're doing good for no guest, no break, no nothing, huh?
Yeah, didn't even... Yeah, for all y'all watching this is all one cut.
Well,
Usually,
you haven't even stopped.
yeah.
Usually we stop 3 times. Well, while Cole's thinking, let's remind everybody about our show sponsor that we have, Galloway Racing. If you look down in the description of this video, you'll see a link to their YouTube channel. They're a family-owned race team that has a YouTube channel that follows their racing journey. Go out and give them a like. They come on; they're a sponsor of our show. Go out and check out their and see what their channel. And also, if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed to Keeping It Straight, and hit that subscribe button. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, because I know a lot of y'all are just watching the video and don't have a YouTube account, go ahead and make a YouTube account. Give us a like and a subscribe. That way we can grow this channel even bigger than what it already is. And you might get a chance to see me shave my head live on YouTube.
I need to hurry up and make my pick, don't I?
You're fine, Cole. Take your time, buddy. We got all day. I already know who I'm taking at number 5.
That's what I'm trying to figure out so I can take them from you.
So right now you got a lot of consistency on your team. At least I think. You got Trey, Rod, Hayden, and Andrew Stone.
I got 3 that I'm trying to go back and forth between here. Why don't you go ahead and give me your last one?
That's fair. I'll give you a little bit more time to pick.
Yeah.
Well, my last one is really been strong this year in qualifying. And I think, again, he'll qualify well. Got to work a little bit on the racing part, the main event there.
A little bit opposite of the Joe Ham syndrome.
Yeah, a little bit opposite of Joe Ham. And you can see a little trend here of the folks that I am taking. I only got one person from the state of Florida, and that's Ivan at Lloyd. But I'm going to take Michael Santangelo.
It's not who I thought you was going with. But
just because I know he's going to qualify well. Mm-hmm. I know the Ford race cars are going to be good there. They're going to work together. They're going to find a way to get into the show. And I'm just hoping that he can race well and stay up there. The biggest thing is you want all 4 drivers to be there at the end, right, or, at least out on the track at the end. And I think Michael will be there.
I'm going to go, I guess it's a little bit out on the limb for me because I have absolutely nothing about this guy.
Kyle Livingood?
No.
Okay.
But he started 16th and moved up 14 positions to finish second at Needmore. I'll take Bubba Christian.
Hey, Bubba can drive. I've seen Bubba do it before.
So we'll see if.
And just think, man, he went from what? You said 16th?
16th to second.
To second, and what? 40 laps? Did they run 40?
30, I believe.
30?
Yep.
In 30 laps? Imagine what he can do in 100 laps.
Yeah, we'll find out. Find out if I made a mistake.
What's your prediction on car count?
Ooh. 65.
65. This will be the tiebreaker. Well, you can tell we're doing this on just going out on the wild blue yonder on this thing.
What we do? Change the rule twice already.
We're just having fun.
That's right.
All right. So you're going, and by the way, this is kind of like our phone calls we have on the telephone. We're out on the jobs.
Yeah.
Driving from job to job and talking. So you're going 65?
65.
I'm going to go a little bit lower than that. I'm going to go 55.
55.
55. Okay. All right, Cole. So my team, what's that?
Someone I can't believe neither one of us picked.
Who?
TJ Herndon.
Is TJ going?
Yeah.
See, I don't know what TJ. If there's a big IMCA race that pays $1,000 to win, he's going to it.
I think I saw his dad post today, shared the flyer. and said
Dang.
next up. And once you said, we was going to do this 5 minutes before the show started, that was one I was going to pick.
TJ's good.
But yeah, didn't pan out that way.
So this is our teams. I got Corey Neal Jr., Ivan Ant Lloyd, Chad Thrash, and Mickey Trosclair, and Michael Santangelo is my alternate.
Mhm.
And I can only use them if the other four don't make the race. You got Hayden Moran, Rod Tucker, Trey Bright, Andrew Stone, and Bubba Christensen. Now, also, if one of your guys, which I think everybody that we pick will be at this race,
Yeah,
but if one of them just happens not to show up, your alternate
right.
would
Yeah,
slide up. And then for car count, which will be the tiebreaker, which I don't see it becoming a thing, but just in case, you got 65 for car count, I got 55. So that was fun. I like it.
yeah. I wish I had a little more
Hey,
time to prepare.
what do you
I
mean?
feel like you had all day to prepare for this and spring it
Why?
on me
Because it's
last
my
minute.
idea.
Yeah,
I gave you the first pick.
yeah. I know how you do.
What do you mean?
Now you're probably making phone calls all day, seeing who's going to be there. Like I'm going to get me another steak.
You think I did that for real?
I don't. I'm not saying you would or wouldn't.
I would show you my phone list for today of the 100 calls that I've had, but it'd take a while.
Yeah,
Uh, so yeah, I'm excited about All Tech. I won't get to watch it, but I'll be keeping up pretty good with it Friday night, and I'll be on my race pass, definitely keeping up with it Saturday. But yeah, I hope they have a great turnout, man. I mean, they're putting up a lot of money.
yeah. And we need events like this. When they're on a track and sponsors will go out on a limb and pay that kind of money out. I forgot what the purse was. It's what, a $40,000 or $50,000 A main purse, I think.
Yeah, just straight stock alone is
Yeah.
close to that. Yes.
So when somebody, like I said, when the track will do something out of the box and pay big money like that, we need the drivers to support it, and we want it to be successful. So to continue to grow the class, and you know, like I said with Chance, more of these big events pop up.
Yep. Hey Cole, are y'all open the gates of Western Kentucky this weekend?
We are.
What you got
We
going on?
we got a regular program for all of our normal weekly classes, plus the first appearance of the UMP modifieds for this year. We're paying them 1,000 to win, 100 to start, and looking for a decent turnout in them. It's really hard for us to predict, what kind of turnout we'll get, but I've seen several drivers comment on the track surface from opening night, and they're really looking forward to seeing what they can do on it. So, yeah, it's another one we're really looking forward to, and expecting a great night of racing.
So what would be considered a good car count for 1,000 to win, 100 to start at Western Kentucky?
We're shooting for 12 to 15. I know Trenton Young's coming. Blaze Melton will probably be there. Another local
How about
driver.
Tyler Nicely?
I don't know. He's a hit or
He's from
miss.
close to around there, right?
Yeah, he's from Owensboro, about 45 minutes or so from us. Just depends on if he's got other stuff with the mod going on, or he may be going and running as the asphalt car. So he's always got a lot going on. So we'd obviously love to have him, but you never know where he'll show up.
How about Clayton Miller? Do you
It's
think you'll see
Yeah,
him there with his? Now, does he have a UMP or does he only have a modified sportsman?
no, he's got both.
Oh, okay.
So they had the UMP car at Clarksville opening night for the toilet bowl. So I hadn't talked to him this week yet. I'll probably give him a call here in a couple days, but I'm expecting him, Zach Harris. I'm trying to think what else. Charlie Medford may show up.
Charlie Medford, the superstar from Gateway Nationals.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he's from up here around. I think where's he from? I was want to say Owensboro, but I don't think he actually lives in Owensboro. But yeah, he's from up this way. Lucas Lee, you never know when he'll show up. So it might be It's not going to be a 20, 24 car field like you'd like to see, but the ones we do get they'll put on a show.
Well, you figure if you get 12 to 15 and
Hmm.
then you add the 50 to 60 that you would get normally, I mean, you're
Absolutely.
talking about pretty good turnout
Hmm.
for six classes. That's
Six
because
classes.
y'all run right 5 on a regular
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, we got 5 regular classes, and every now and then, well, we got this year, we just got 2 races with the mods. So those 2 nights we'll have 6 classes. So expecting hoping for another quick and good show this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in one of the other episodes, but we got a modified mania race coming up at Wynot Motorsports Park.
Hmm.
I think it's in June maybe or the 1st of July. But when is it? Modified Mania. Is that the 12th? Is
Modified
that what that says?
June
Yeah.
22nd.
Is it 22nd? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, what we're going to do is it's going to be UMP, our open modified class, but we're going to offer opportunity for the modified sportsman, the Cruiser modified
Hmm.
sportsman, and the limited mods from over in Louisiana to come and run that race with us.
Yeah.
And the top finisher between the limited mods or the
Sportsman.
modified sportsman is going to get $1,000 sponsor, $1,000 bonus plus whatever he makes in a race. So one of them cars, no matter what, will make more than the winner does,
That'll be awesome. That'd
unless
be,
they win. If they win, it'd be 2,000.
and
But if
they could very well do it too. If the track slicks off, the right conditions.
we had Brian Rickman
Hmm.
drive Haley Suttis modified a couple, was it last year or the year before last, came in there and won.
Hmm.
I mean, he straight up won the race, and it can definitely. You're right. That track
Yep.
gets slick. I mean, there's no doubt that that one of those cars could win.
Yeah, I believe Clayton Miller went to, I want to say Boyd's a year or so ago with his Cruiser mod. Just straight from a GM 602 3-link suspension, threw on some American racers, went and ran it was it wasn't UMP sanctioned, but it was their rules with different tire rule. And I think run third against some open motors, so it can, you know,
Now one thing we do
be done.
is one thing that we do
Hmm.
is if you're going to come in as a modified cruiser modified sportsman,
Yeah,
you have to be 100% their rules. So they would have to come and race on the H500.
gotcha.
They cannot change tires or anything like that. It has to be 100% legit what their rule package is to be able to come in and run that race.
Be a
And
little more challenging, but I still think it
oh, for sure,
definitely be done.
yeah. Well, we got another race this weekend at Wynot, which
Mhm.
is very very strange for us to run the back-to-back weekends. But we got a regular show this weekend. We're running all of our weekly classes. Uh, Looking for a pretty good turnout. I've got some calls from for some guys saying they are coming this week. So hopefully we'll get in there, put on a good show, and get done in a timely manner, and then we'll be off, and then we'll come back on the April 20th to complete the Battle of the States and to run a Mississippi State Crate Late Series event on the 20th, along with the Battle of the States. Finish those last features up. So we got some good things coming up. Why not for sure?
Be a good deal. I'll definitely be keeping a watch on that to just see how y'all always like to check in and see what kind of turnout y'all get and see who's winning down there.
All right, Cole, what do you think, man? Episode 5, another one.
I think we did about ready to start doing these live, I think.
I thought we did pretty good
Yeah.
tonight, considering we didn't do no, cuts.
No.
Let's start all over.
About,
Didn't have a guest, so we didn't have a guest this week.
Mhm.
And look, we were planning on having a guest with Trevor Woodard, but they're in like their peak season of work there, with his business that he owns. So we're going to try to get him on for episode 6 to come and talk about his win at Tennessee National Raceway this past weekend. So we're going to try to have him next week. If not, we'll definitely have another guest lined up for episode 6 for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of next week, me and you's gonna have to figure a different time to start recording because I'll be at Windy Hollow at 6 o'clock.
Might have to do it on Monday night again.
Yeah. So
And I'm okay with that.
yeah. busy. I guess busy season for me starting up now with Windy Hollow starting, where I'll be scoring and race directing there, and then Paducah in 2 weeks, I think.
So that'll
So
be an every other weekend thing, or do they race every weekend?
they're kind of like us. They're not necessarily every other weekend, but they're not every week either. It'll just be, I think they got 10 Sundays that they run at Windy Hollow. So
Gotcha.
it won't be too bad. It's just makes a little make it a little challenging finding time every now and then, but hey, it's part of it.
Yeah. Hey, we can do the show live from there,
Yeah. Yeah.
or just record it from there.
Yeah. Might
What?
have to
What?
do that.
Hey, we can record the show while you're race directing. You kind of show us how it's done,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I don't know if you that. Nope.
Yeah, about the third time you tell that person to get 2 spots back, and you about like, all right, just do whatever the hell you want.
Hey, I guess that's something I didn't think about this. Well, yeah. Well,
You
I
ever
didn't.
thought, Cole?
I didn't have to cuss anybody or tell them to quit acting stupid this week. So it's a new record for 2 races in a row without having to tell somebody to get their head out of their ass.
People just don't understand. That race receiver is tough.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
There's been a couple times I've wanted to throw my race receiver through the wall, or reach out into a car and just shake somebody. Hey, listen up. You're supposed to move up 3 spots, but you're not hearing me. We're just gonna go back racing.
yeah. And
You can stay where you're at.
we did kind of have that issue Saturday night in the feature. We had a caution on lap 1 when Megan lost her transmission and stopped on the track. Everybody else made her cross the line, and the caution came out, and Keenan Vandergriff was actually in the lead by .042 over Trevor, and we got everybody singled up and in order. And I was trying to get Keenan to, take the point and
We'll
get
move
to the
up.
front,
Yeah.
and he wasn't, for whatever reason. I didn't know if he didn't feel like that he was actually in the lead and didn't want to take it that way or whatever. So I asked him when I come around, and I said, tap your roof if you can hear me. And him and Trevor both tapped the roof, so I took that as
He thought he was supposed to
he
be where
could
he's
hear.
at.
So yeah, so I was like, well, if you don't want to take it, and we'll restart
We're
with
going
Trevor
racing.
at front. Yeah, and then I talked to Keenan later on, asked why I didn't take it, and he told me he didn't hear me. I was like, but I asked you to tap the roof, and you did. And he said, well, I can barely hear on this thing, and I saw Trevor tap it, and so I did too. I was like, man, I wish you wouldn't have. If you wouldn't have
Done
done it,
that.
then we would have
Yeah.
went to the next step of having a track official push you up or whatever. But for me, it's
That's
unfortunate.
why it's very important at the drivers' meeting when you tell them that you have to have a race receiver
Hmm.
and make sure that it works, that you actually check it out.
Yeah,
Make sure your batteries are good.
yeah, and I hate it for him, and you know, I don't ever want to. Did that cost in the race? It could have. It may not have. There's a lot of things that can happen in a 30-lap race, but you know, it's maybe it'll be a lesson. Don't if you don't hear something, then don't pretend like you do, because if he wouldn't have tapped his roof, then I would have hollered at the flagman, hey, wave him in the front. But
Yeah.
every indication I had at the time, I thought he heard me. It was
I just
just
felt like that he wasn't at that point,
right.
that he just wanted to stay where he's at. Yeah.
Sometimes people, if they don't feel
Or-
like they earned a position or that something was wrong, they won't take an advantage.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought we were dealing with. And, I'm not going to argue with you, but it was just unfortunate. And, like I said, I wish that I knew that he couldn't hear me, but.
And the thing is, on that race, I still think the best car won. I mean, he had been,
Mhm.
dominant all weekend,
Right.
so, and chances are he would have got back around Keenan anyway.
Yeah, it would have been tough, but I think I don't know. I would have liked to seen it play out. I'm not
Yeah.
going to say what I think would have happened.
Yep. So, but anyway, episode 6. Again, if you can, give us get us a hit the subscribe button down below.
Hey, Shannon.
Yeah.
Will this be a bad time to say I forgot to hit start recording?
Here it's on air, so we're
Oh,
good.
shit.
No, you ain't April fooling me. One of our sponsors has been April fooling a lot of people today, though, right?
Yeah, there's been one.
Something about it. I seen something about an enlargement. I'm not sure what was getting enlarged, but it was something.
Yeah, I've been waiting for one post come
I
up
know
on there, but yeah, I hadn't seen it yet.
it
So
hasn't happened yet.
no,
Yep.
it's
So
been fun watching though for sure.
yeah. All right, folks. Well, thanks again for checking us out. Again, if you can, hit that subscribe button. Also, go check out our sponsors, Galloway Racing. Their YouTube channel will be down in the description. Go out there and check out their channel. Give them a like and a thumbs up that you like their stuff. And that's it. We will see you next week.
Yes,
Cole,
sir.
I will talk to you sometime this week.
I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow if I was a betting man.
All right, buddy. We'll holler at you later.
All right, I'll see you.
All right, bye.